tonight. How would you describe the way your team showed up today?
Oh, it was a response that was needed. It's not surprising. This is what I expected from a group that's won a lot of games, and that set a bar that's very high. And so for us to come out there and win a first quarter, and win a first half, and not play from behind, and get defense into the game, that's outstanding. On a second night of a back-to-back, less than 24 hours from the game that we played last night in Washington. So yeah, I love how we responded. I love getting a win going home. There's definitely some things that we can clean up. The turnovers, 20 for 30, 19 offensive rebounds for 29 points. That's not going to help you win a lot of games, but we needed a win and we got it. And I'm proud of our group for doing that.
One win obviously doesn't completely solve everything, but what kind of stuff did you see sort of specifically at the defensive end that encouraged you more than what you've seen recently?
Just more urgency, more physicality, more discipline. We did such a good job guarding them in the half court. The one area we struggled was transition. That was where they were scoring. But I have to give a lot of credit to Russell Westbrook. I thought his defense on one of the tough recoveries in the NBA and Trae Young was outstanding from the get-go all the way through. Russ took that challenge on, set the tone for us, and then everybody else, kind of followed suit. 40% from the field, only 22 from the three-point line. Those are winning numbers. And again, we just got to clean up our rebounding and our turnovers, and we'll be in a good place.
How have you seen Russ's connection with Jokic grow so far this season?
Yeah, it's funny. When Russ is out there with Nikola, you can see he's just always looking for him. He's always trying to find him. And, that makes complete sense to me. You're playing with the best player in the world. Might want to give him the ball. And Russ had 11 assists tonight. He's thinking the game. And I love his leadership, his voice, his energy, his presence. And while Jamal is out, he's done it repeatedly now this season. He goes out there with that starting group and sets the tone for us. So, proud of our guys.
Coach, can you just talk about Jokic the last two nights, 55, 48 tonight, he gets the 48 in 35 minutes, and he didn't play him too long. Just talk about the greatness of this guy, and are you surprised when he continues every single night to do this?
I can't say I'm surprised, because I've been spoiled, as have you, to have the best seat in the house to watch this guy for 10 years and to watch him do it night in and night out, second night of a back-to-back. And as much as we put on his shoulders, he never runs from it. He never complains. And I love his mental toughness, his physical toughness. We were joking the other day. People say, oh, Joker's not in shape. You can't do what he does if you're not in shape. You really can't. Is he ever going to win an athletic contest? No. But he has endurance. And what you really marvel at, the 48, the 14, the 8, is just how efficient he is. He's not one of those guys that's putting up huge numbers and is just stat hunting and taking bad shots. He's doing it all for this team. And feel privileged to have the chance to coach him and watch him every night. I never take it for granted.
You could have taken a couple more dribbles before that shot at the end of the half. Do you think he was just showing off?
He was getting his rhythm, getting his timing. The very first play of the game, we ran a step up. Capella went all the way under. He stopped behind it, hit the three. And I said to myself, his kid's about to have a big night. And he's had big nights in this building before. He had a 50-point game a few years ago. What can Nikola Jokic not do? And I liked it. He was vocal this morning, and I got on guys to speak up. This is their team. And, it was good to hear Nikola talk. And then to follow it up with a performance like that is just the icing on top.
I'd like to ask you about, you talked about Russell Westbrook leading that. You still got to have a backup point guard comes into play. Jalen Pickett's spent his time. You've got him some good playing time down in the G League. How do you assess him, how he's played really the last two nights coming out and playing really important minutes?
I think Pickett's been great. To your point, he was down the G League, got G League Player of the Week, getting a chance to have the ball in his hands, lead his team, run his team. And then I thought his minutes in Washington last night, his minutes tonight were impactful. They were efficient. He gets guys involved, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, played good defense. And I think this year compared to last year, like most young players, he just looks a lot more confident. The game has slowed down for him. He's not rushing. He's not trying to do too much. And, I give Jalen a lot of credit because his road has not been an easy one, trying to crack a rotation with a really effective and winning team. But, yeah, I'm glad you brought him up there, Scott, because I think Jalen Pickett's done a really nice job for us these last 2 nights.
One more, just with Jamal and Dario both being out again tonight, what's the severity of both of their injuries?
Dario just rolled his ankle the other day over at Georgetown. I wouldn't say severe. Obviously, he's missed the last 2 games, but we have such a long break now between our next game. I fully expect Dario will be back, and I think there's a good chance that Jamal will be back too, but we'll have to wait and see. Jamal's is a little bit more, we have to be a little bit more cautious with his.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.